sound of my Wheel of Fate turning.
Are you going to buy a vowel?
Can you imagine if Wheel of Fortune and BlazBlue were in the same universe?
Could you imagine if you had to spin the Wheel of Fortune and then you have to beat them in a round of BlazBlue to get a question?
Can you imagine if Pat Sajak was Ragnar the Blood Edge?
Bloodborne!
Like, please let that be the intro. We're not
The
gonna
whole
get
bit
anything
is
better
the
than
intro
that.
now. This
The
is
whole
not
bit.
up to you.
What do you think that was an intro for? You guessed it! Bloodborne!
Bloodborne! Yeah, it's been a while since I've hosted a quiz. There's not a lot of like the usual things that we do that I have a ton of knowledge about. So we're doing something that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and it is Souls games, this time specifically Bloodborne. This is just gonna be one quiz. There's not gonna be any more after this. I just squeezed all the fun stuff that I...
What's that?
What the?
My iPad wants me to take my allergy pill. The way that I've organized this quiz, it is 12 questions. There are 4 categories, which are going to be weapons, places, people and NPCs, and bosses. Now, one of the things that I have to be careful with in this quiz is Mitch is the man who introduced me to Bloodborne back in 2014, 2015, whenever it came out. And as a handicap, Mitch only gets half points for every question he gets right.
For the sake of my editing, could we maybe make it that we get 2 points and he gets 1?
You two are going to get double points.
Yay!
And Mitch is going to get regular points.
This is unfair. I did not hit her.
It's crazy that during the intro of the Bloodborne quiz, we have referenced Wheel of Fortune, BlazBlue, and The Room.
This is bullshit. Before we make any more psychotic references, let's get started with round 1, which is going to be the first category of weapons. I tried to make every first question a little bit easier and themed after like some of the first stuff that you'll see in the game. So I'm going to give you 4 options for each question. I have made one of these names up. The rest of them are real and in this game. I may not have made it up. It might be something from another game or just something in real life that I thought was funny. But one of these is not in Bloodborne. 3 of them are. Your first options are Hunter Axe, Saw Cleaver, Flint and Steel, and Threaded Cane.
Threaded cane, please. Threaded cane.
Flint,
That's
Flint
just
and
Michael
Steel.
Caine flossing?
Flint.
Of all the things.
I've seen a threaded cane before, and it's not Bloodborne.
Okay.
I would. Flint and Steel.
Flint and Steel, okay.
So that's in Minecraft.
It can be nowhere else.
Yep.
Wow.
It's not even
Wow.
real life.
Yeah.
It's exclusively from Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, only Minecraft.
I saw that. Jack
Can't
Black
be
uses
anything
it.
else.
I know it's.
Don't
it's
say that. Don't you dare.
Oh.
Okay. So
So obviously I know what the right answer is.
Yeah,
Can I also try and come up with what it would be if it was real?
yes.
Because I immediately had an idea of like Flint and Steel were 2 gauntlets. One was made of flint and one was made of steel, and when you press the transform weapon button, you like clack them together.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's some like weeaboo science fair type shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
See, that'd be cool, but no. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, of course, Mitch is correct. Flint and Steel is the correct answer here. I
leading.
pulled that from, I believe
Real life?
I got this one
Minecraft?
from Salt
Jack
and
Black.
Sanctuary, which is another game.
That's just the Gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII.
That's just the gun
You'd like
lance
to
from
think that,
Monster
wouldn't
Hunter,
you?
one of them.
But
One of them.
It's a multiple, I don't know.
so yeah, the Saw Cleaver, the Threaded Cane, and the Hunter Axe are the first 3 weapons you get to choose from at the very beginning of the game. And Flint and Steel came from Salt and Sanctuary.
It's crazy that they let you choose one of the best weapons in the game right off the bat.
Yeah, and then
The
very
threaded cane is crazy.
Is it? Is it close to the description that I thought it was?
Does
At
it
all?
look
It's
like
about
it
as
is?
effective as that would be
Can you
against
summon like an
beasts.
Can you summon like a projection of Michael Caine?
Distracts where you like go behind and get a critical.
Yeah.
The way these icons are lined up, I'm really just imagining like a two-sided pole arm where one side is an axe and one side is a cane for some
I
reason.
thought you were gonna say one side is Axe and one side is Michael Caine.
Oh no. No.
Oh, hello, I'm Michael Caine.
Distract them with Michael
God.
Caine and then swing it around and cleave.
Oh god.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
So, question number 2. The little theme for this question is all of these, the names of these weapons, they belong to somebody. These weapons belong to a specific character that's referenced. So, your 4 options here are Eileen's Crow Talon, Ludwig's Holy Blade, Ligarius' Wheel, and Simon's Bow Blade.
Simon Pegg?
Yeah, that's it. Simon's Bowblade for me, please.
Simon Cowell?
That's probably it. I'll take Simon's Bowblade.
Ligarius Smith?
Okay.
Ludwig?
Ludwig from Mario Kart 8.
Ludwig from
Twitch? Wow.
Actually exclusively to YouTube. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with Eileen's Crow Talon because I think this
Okay.
game took place in like the 20s or something. I don't think women could own anything back then, so I'm gonna go with that.
That's right. Misogyny wins again.
That's just the way it was back then. I'm not saying it was right. That's just the way it was.
Don't want to host a quiz again.
So we're tying it up in round 2, huh? We're tying it up in round 2 because Eileen's Crow Talon is not real.
That is correct.
I told you.
Oh
I
my
told
god.
you.
I hate that Tyler and I have both
So,
created
do you want to know what the
terrible
worst
bits and
part
got
of this
them right.
is? Do you want to know what the worst part of this is? Is it's only half wrong because that is a real weapon that I'm referencing that belongs to a character named Eileen, but it's called the Blade of Mercy. It's not her Crow Talon. So she is one of the strongest hunter NPCs in the game, and she does have this weapon.
her
So
husband's.
incredible of you to call her out like that. Hello.
Ludwig's Holy Blade is smaller than the sheath.
Yes, it is. What the fuck is up with that?
Fun fact about that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, something else I should mention about Bloodborne weapons in general is they all have 2 forms, a way to transform them. So the bow blade is pretty clear, like that it also becomes a bow. Ligarius wheel, I don't remember. I don't care about that thing.
gonna say, how the fuck
pull
you gonna
them
transfer
apart
that
and
wheel?
It's 2 wheels and you spin one.
Is that real?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd put it in front of you and a whole ass pirate ship would appear. Just run people over.
They actually make the mechanics for the weapons so you could make them in real life if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
They on the models, they put insane amounts of detail into there to show you like the levers and the latches and everything that make the weapons transform.
The way the bow blade works is it's like it's 2 halves and it kind of like hinges open.
I
So-
see.
The Blade of Mercy is just 2 blades, just 2 little knives that
one
split
blade.
apart. And Ludwig's Holy Blade, the sheath is the second blade. It fits in there and you pull it off your back and you just whump shit with
That
it.
seems mad inefficient.
Yeah.
Well, you get like a smaller, faster sword and then a big 2-handed sword.
Yeah.
So 2 rounds in, we are all tied up at 2. For the third and final question of the first round, the theme here is good luck pronouncing these. You have the Rakuyo, you have the Reiter Palash, you have the Fist of Gratia, and you have the Blutsauger.
Fist of Gratia. I can pronounce fist. I see through the deception.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Where are we starting here?
I can also pronounce fist.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
No, I don't want to pick it though. I'm gonna pick Blutsauger.
Okay.
Because that's fun to say.
Yeah. Mitch, where are we landing here?
Obviously, you made up Reiter Palash. No, it's Blutsauger. Once again, I'm not winning this quiz. I'm still losing right now.
You are still losing. Well, so you're not still losing because you do still have
Are you tied with
not
me?
winning,
more
I'm
points
losing.
than Tyler.
Yeah. I'm losing.
Blutsauger is correct. I did pick that up from Team Fortress 2. I literally just Google searched difficult to pronounce weapon names, and the first thing was a Reddit link that was just a list of weird names of TF2 weapons.
Fist of Gratia is just a
I know
rock.
what that is.
That's correct. Would you like to know what category of weapon it is?
A gun.
You're right.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm actually shocked that you got
Well, I just
that.
picked the most nonsensical weapon type that would
Yeah.
not be a rock.
It's just like it's an offhand weapon.
An offhand weapon is typically a gun in this game. There is almost no other offhand weapon other
Do
than
you
guns.
just throw the rock and it counts as a gun?
No, you punch them.
How is that a...
It's brass knuckles.
That's not a...
That's not a
you
gun.
press
You
gun?
press the gun button and you just go.
I mean, the guns
Right
are
in the kisser.
mostly for like interrupting attack sequences to open like a parry window.
Do you think that punching is the equivalent to shooting someone with the bullet?
All I'm saying is, other than the two shields in the game, that is the only offhand object that isn't a gun.
But it is a gun. You already said it's a gun though.
Yeah, but so it's a gun.
No, it's not the only one that isn't a gun. There are two shields.
Please
Yeah, so
subscribe
other than
if
the
you
shields.
think that they're fucking gaslighting me.
And subscribe
going
if you
into-
like TF2.
Yeah. Subscribe if you like the medic from TF2.
Subscribe
Very
if
specific.
there's someone out there
I-
that you want to beat the living piss out of, or you like
honestly-
TF2.
It honestly upsets me that the moment it popped up, I realized I have played as the medic before in TF2, and I've seen this, and I didn't
Yeah.
realize that's what it was called.
Yeah, man. It's great.
I was like, wow,
Hey,
cool.
you still got the points for it. We'll see if you
take it, I
keep getting
guess.
points going into the second category, which is going to be places. You find all of these weapons in places.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
I know, man.
Holy
It's
shit.
wild. You never would have
This game
expected it.
must be insane.
Speaking of, you can
Never played
find at least 3 of these weapons in the first category, which is starting areas. The first question being starting areas. Your 4 options here are Hunter's Dream, Iosefka's Clinic, Red Hall of Cages, and Central Yarnum.
Huh. I don't have an immediate quip ready this time.
I think it's going to be a little harder for you
Wait,
with
I know this one.
Okay.
Wait.
Well,
No, I don't.
Yeah?
That's
great.
a capital I, not a lowercase L, right?
correct.
Okay.
Iosefka.
I was about to say that was lowercase. I gotta pick it, but I'm just stupid and the English language is dumb.
I'm gonna pick Hunter's Dream.
Okay. Why?
I feel like
I won't say why.
Okay.
I feel like Hunter's Dream sounds like the most real option.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hear that and I go, that sounds like something that would be in a game about hunting monsters.
I hear you.
I'm gonna go with the Red Hall of Cages. I think it's a Blue Hall of Cages.
Wow. Pretty great. What do you think is in the cages?
Blood.
That's a great guess.
Where the
Mitch.
blood- that's the cages where the blood is born.
Yeah,
I would assume.
100%.
Never played Bloodborne.
Mitch, where are the bloody cages?
You just took it from Salt in the Sanctuary again.
You're fucking right. I did.
Did I get it right? Jesus Christ.
The
Oh,
So the Red Hall of Cages, I did pick from Salt and Sanctuary. I apologize that the image is significantly worse because that one was much harder to edit correctly.
Good lord.
Yeah. So Iosefka's clinic is technically the place that you wake up in.
Is that pronounced Iosefka?
Iosefka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird name.
I mean, you want to pronounce
Apologies to
it
any of our
Iosefka?
fans named Iosefka, I guess. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The first enemy you're supposed to lose to, which is supposed to send you to the Hunter's Dream, where you pick up one of the three first weapons we talked about. And then immediately after making it through Iosefka's clinic, you make it towards Central Yarnum.
I didn't realize the structuring of these questions. I'm a stupid man. I knew Hunter's Dream was a thing.
Oh.
I was curious, but you sounded like you had your reasons, and I thought for a minute you were like
In the
weighing
format
between
of
like
which
Hunter's
I
Dream,
thought-
Hunter's Nightmare.
So that was kind of my mindset, but like didn't realize like one of these straight up wasn't from the game based on the way you worded the beginning of the question. In that case, I would have been like, I know Hunter's Dream is a thing, and I know Central Yarnum is a thing. I wouldn't have known the other two, and I would have come to the other two. But
I see.
that's
I
just
see.
me being a
That's
little
fair.
goober.
That's fair. Yeah, just remember, I straight up either stole these from different games or
Or
made
you
them
stole
up.
them from Salt and Sanctuary.
Yes.
It's actually a Salt and Sanctuary sub-quiz.
There are a couple of Salt and Sanctuaries in here. That's okay.
I wonder why.
So, speaking of Sanctuary, the theme of the second question is churches. So your options here are Healing Church Workshop, Cathedral Ward, Upper Cathedral Ward, and Cathedral of Blue.
I
Tyler.
notice a theme.
Tyler, do you think there are cages in the Cathedral of Blue?
They're probably red cages.
They probably are.
Also probably where the blood is born. Shit. Part of me thinks that you're a dick and Cathedral Ward and Upper Cathedral Ward are from two different games. But I'm gonna go with Healing Church Workshop because that sounds like a really like emotionally scarring VBS situation that like I don't want any part of.
Okay. Hate that thought.
Uh-huh.
Cathedral of Blue, please.
Cathedral of Blue, why?
Yeah.
Great.
I think Cathedral of Blue is where Sonic got married.
Wrong. Cathedral of Blue is from Dark Souls 2.
He's correct. Cathedral is from Dark Souls 2. That is the only image I could find of it that made any sense, and it is insanely low quality.
Cool.
Healing Church Workshop is a very vertical area that's very strange and leads to, actually weirdly enough, leads to the Upper Cathedral Ward.
And then you
Cathedral
go up more and
Ward
you get to the
is
Cathedral Ward.
kind of the like second more main area of the game after you make it past one of the first bosses, and that leads into both the Healing Church Workshop and the Upper Cathedral Ward. I don't remember anything about the Cathedral of Blue from Dark Souls 2 because I don't care all that much about it.
So it could
you get
still be
to
where Sonic got
fight-
married.
You get to fight
Yes.
a reskin of Ornstein from Dark Souls 1. But he uses dark magic instead of lightning.
Perfect.
Like,
Also,
you're
that's where PvP arenas are located.
Oh. Like the Ornstein
Oh,
Bears?
that makes so much sense why I wouldn't have cared about it, actually. Perfect.
Ornstein Bear? It's first of all, it's pronounced Ornstein Bear.
Damn it! I was gonna make a joke, you piece of shit! Fuck you!
I don't
speaking
get to
of-
say a lot in this quiz because I can't
Yeah.
say anything until you answer the damn questions, okay?
Speaking
don't
of
be smart and
pronunciations,
know things.
speaking
Stop
of
being well versed with
pronunciations,
media.
the third question's theme is, oh, we can't pronounce these again. And your choices here are Yahargul Unseen Village, Winchcombe Inner City, Bergenworth, and Thumerian Labyrinth.
So this one
I'm
sucks
going with
because
Bergenworth.
Yeah, I'm going with Bregenworth because I can pronounce the other three, at least parts of them.
Okay.
So we've both
chosen Bergenworth.
We're choosing Bergenworth. We have already booked tickets. To Bergenworth.
We're on the
bus. And we know that it's from a different game. That's why we booked tickets. We wouldn't want to go to Bloodborne because Bloodborne's bad and evil. And we know we want to go to somewhere awesome.
Yeah. Bergenworth is clearly from fucking
TF2.
Yep. It's my favorite map from TF2.
Yeah. That's actually where the medic is from in TF2. But
it's where he got Bloodsaga or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah. What do you think, Mitch? They get it right?
Finally, I get an uncontested point in this quiz on question 6.
I would like to change my answer.
I don't know what it's from, but Winchcombe Inner City is not from
It's
Bloodborne.
from the UK, baby. It's a real town.
I should have known it was parenthetical. I should have known. That should have been the giveaway.
It's from the
It's from the world, which would have been awesome if Tyler and I would have done our bit, but we both picked Winchcombe because we would have said we booked tickets to like actually Winchcombe.
Holy shit.
Oh, I know that place is from GeoGuessr.
I don't know, the view from Bergenworth is pretty nice. I think we'll have a great trip.
Geography is not my best subject, as is proven by the fact that I said Wales is a small island nation.
I also hate rocks.
So the Thumerian Labyrinth, I thought might be a little tricky, but I figured Mitch would get it anyways because that is a very weird little area that nobody really goes to. They're part of like optional dungeons that just aren't super fun most of the time. You can get some good items, but that's really
I go there for the beast claws and then leave.
Yeah, you go as deep as you need, which is about 1/30th as deep as you can go in Chalice dungeons before
I prefer
you
when they're translated
bail.
as beast nails.
Yes, thank you.
Or you use the cum chalice.
You can also do that, actually.
I need to play this game immediately.
Tyler's reaction to that was one of the best things I've ever seen us do on this channel.
Do we explain the cum chalice, or we just let him simmer on that one?
Dude, I know how a cum chalice works. You do not need to explain this to me.
Okay. I'm so glad you already know.
I recorded at his house once a couple times. I am also aware of how a cum chalice works.
Yeah. Don't do that.
You have to make sure that the figure is either really small or the chalice is really large.
They call me Big Chalice.
All right, where's the 3D rendered art of Big Chalice?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Someone Photoshop buff Dark Tyrannomon in a jar for me, please.
In Winchcombe.
Oh, my Lord.
This video is a fucking mistake. I'm
was.
so glad no one's gonna watch this.
That said, we're halfway through the quiz right now, and unless I did my math wrong, which of course there is a chance, it is actually currently tied between Kyle and Mitch at 6 points, with Tyler at 4.
As long as I'm losing, I'm happy. So.
This does what I wanted it to do and keeps it pretty even amongst you. I'm so glad for that. On to the third category we have, which is people and NPCs. Sticking with the same theme, the first question is people that you meet early on in the game. So your answers here, your options are Old Greg, Bath Messengers, Blood Minister, and Doll.
It's Old Greg. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you think none of us have ever opened a web browser in our lives? It's Old Greg.
Okay.
I swear to God, if Old Greg actually makes an appearance in Bloodborne, I'm gonna scream.
Okay. I'm glad you're confident.
It's just like all the 4 images that pop up at the end. Old Greg's picture is just like an AOL messenger. Like, hey, you free?
I don't like that.
I am going to pick Bath Messengers, please.
Okay.
Tyler, you're a fucking idiot. Of all of the games, for there to be someone with a gaping mangina, Bloodborne would be the one.
No, that's valid.
But yeah, he's not. There's
Okay,
no old Greg.
okay.
It's not a I just wanted to throw one of you off.
You just wanted to put an old Greg reference in here, which I
That's
don't
correct,
appreciate at all.
I won't
My
apologize
top 10
for
least
it.
favorite
I
videos
don't-
on the internet are all old Greg.
That's
I
fair.
don't even know what the fuck that is.
I
Good.
truly
Not
know
funny.
so
You've lived a
little.
better life
No,
than I have.
I know so little about old Greg, just that he exists, and I thought it would be funny to put him in here. The doll is the NPC that allows you to level your stats up. The bath messengers are literally just these little creepy little dudes that hang out in a bath, like a little little bird bath, and they sell you items that you miss or just general items. And the Blood Minister is barely a character. You see him in the opening cinematic, and that is literally it.
I don't like the bath messengers.
What do you mean? They're adorable.
That's a shame because there's a lot of them.
They also hold up scrolls for like the messages when you leave messages on the ground.
Those specific ones are the bath messengers, but the messengers are just all over the place. They are actually the NPCs that give you the choice of your first weapon whenever you pick that up, as well as a little summoning bell too.
I will say,
I find it really. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that the Blood Minister's hat really just works. But what were you going to say, Kyle?
It's just funny that like I didn't know what old Greg was, so I had no idea. Like you even said your whole thing before I guessed, and I still was like, I don't know, maybe it's just some weird creepy dude on the internet's messaging you. That's what you're referencing. I knew Doll and Blood Minister were real, so I had a 50-50, and I still got the wrong thing, even though the answer was really obvious. And
I'm
very
kind of
upset.
surprised that you were that confident on Blood Minister, because I picked him to be a very generic kind of red herring there. So
Wow, get shit on.
yeah, I'm impressed by that.
Yeah, he was saying he was impressed. That I
One
knew
thing's
it.
for true. I know that Tyler would love the opening cutscene because the bath you get like a POV shot of the bath messengers like crawling up your body toward you. So like,
Oh,
I am both
okay.
upset
It's all clicking
and
It's all clicking.
intrigued.
Yeah. It's also the first
I
place you
remember
see the cum chalice. So the second question is the second question's theme here is these guys kind of suck, TBH. Your options here are Bigoted Old Man, Patches the Spider, Leg Eater, and Imposter Iosefka.
So I think none of these seem like they're from this. I know what all of them are.
Yeah?
Because Bigoted Old Man there was a session of D&D we did way back. And I played, my character's name was Belbin, and he was a small halfling, like 300-year-old man. And something I said got misconstrued, and for the rest of the session, they were calling me Old Bigot. And I think that's where you
true.
got that
Wow.
from. That was a real thing that happened.
hey, what if you always offer people?
He offered people Werther's Originals.
Would you perhaps have
Patches the Spider, I think that's a spider. The Leg Eater, I believe, is what you call a big ol' shoe. And Imposter Iosefka, I'll go with that.
Sound logic. Kyle, where's your head at?
I'm going to say Patches the Spider,
Okay.
and just because it sounds like it could be the thing, I'm gonna call a shot and say it's from Hollow Knight
Oh.
because
How
it sounds like that
interesting.
could be from that, and it would also be Souls adjacent.
That's
I'm
really
probably
fair.
wrong on both accounts, but I'm just gonna say what my brain's doing.
I'm
Yeah,
changing my
it's-
answer to Bigoted Old Man.
You see yourself in that one?
Well, no, but I see
Oh, he
how
saw
people
Belbin in
perceived
that
me.
Okay.
Considered it a shout out.
apparently you just can't say dark elves around dark elves. I guess they get upset, and I didn't know.
Cool.
Cancel
so
Belbin in the comments.
Cancel Belbin in the
please
comments.
cancel Belbin.
Hashtag Belbin is over party.
Mitch, tell us why Belbin is wrong.
No, Tyler was right. Boots are called leg eaters and shoes are called ankle biters.
Yes.
They're not in the game though.
Damn.
No,
There's
they're
no
not.
boots in the game?
It's really interesting that you called Patches the Spider being from Hollow Knight because Leg Eater is from Hollow Knight.
Is it really?
yes.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
funny.
So Patches
Can I get 1 point
is
then?
in every FromSoft Souls game in some capacity, and for whatever reason in Bloodborne they chose to make him a spider.
He's
his
also
history-
in Armored Core.
I didn't know that one actually. I've never cared about Armored Core.
I'm sorry.
but
Four.
his character is just meant to screw you over at most opportunities.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
I lied a
Look
little
at
bit,
bigoted
but
old
yeah.
man's fucking chin,
Yeah,
dude.
bigoted
holy
old
shit.
man. Bigoted old man is the reason I made this question's theme. These guys kind of suck because I saw his name on this list and laughed so fucking hard. I didn't know that there was an NPC named bigoted old man.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a slur
So
fucking locked and loaded
goodness.
in that jaw.
He does.
I know
man.
you've
That's-
talked to him, but you definitely did
Yeah.
not know his name was bigoted old
No,
man.
absolutely not. Yeah, I know who he is. Where he is, I did not
What's
know
his
that was his
outfit
name.
called? Just like rumpled clothes.
Something like that, yeah. And Imposter Iosefka is really weird, and I looked into it, and I don't really care to explain it, other than Iosefka is a kind doctor who is replaced later on by this imposter. And that is confirmed in the credits of the game, because there's no other way to confirm that otherwise, except for the wild, drastic change in behavior. That's
I saw her
literally it.
vent in medical. I want to tell you though, I'm really upset.
Okay.
I'm really upset by this because my brain also, whenever I was coming up with my headcanon of Patches the Spider being from Hollow Knight, I thought to myself too, I was like, I played through Dark Souls 3 with Nico, and I remember a character that fucked me over called Patches.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, maybe that's where he's throwing the wrench in it, because you said you were going to try to get tricky with some of these. And I was like, what if there's also a character named Patches the Spider? Why would there be another Patches character? And oh, that's a thing? Okay, cool. Fuck me, I guess.
Yep.
Patches in all of them.
There you go.
Piece of garbage.
Thank you. So
Not
the-
you, Patches.
Kit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, fuck that.
Kit, why is Patches the Spider just Quan Chi with a spider body?
What? He's just a bald guy.
It's Quan Chi.
Not every bald guy's Quan Chi.
Not
Tyler. We've been
every
over this so many
bald,
times. Your
pasty white
therapist has
man
been
is
trying to
Quan
tell
Chi,
you.
dude.
No, there's only
Come
one,
on.
and it's Quan Chi.
So the
One
third
bald
Put his
old
makeup
pasty
on
man.
today.
The last
whole
question
world.
for the NPCs. The category, the theme for this is, I promise these are the names exactly as they appear on the wiki. Your options here are Gilbert, critically ill man, afflicted beggar, young girl and older sister, and little fool.
I'm gonna go with Gilbert, critically ill man,
Why is that?
because it's the only one that has a name and then a description.
Okay.
The rest are not that in depth. Also,
That's pretty
Brian
sound
David
logic.
Gilbert may be critically ill, but I love him dearly.
Insane of you to think that I would add an option onto here to point out that another creator is critically ill.
But not critically ill, like sick. Like my man is ill. Like he makes really good content.
I was gonna say,
critically.
is Brian David Gilbert sick?
If he is, that's
Only
an
in the
insane
sense that he is like
coincidence.
fucking sick, dude.
Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say, I was like, the way you're talking about it, I was like, I gotta look into this man. I would be
As
so
far
upset
as
if-
I know, he's fine.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Unless this is
he's a
gonna be
very
a
funny man.
situation where like we post this and then Brian David Gilbert happens to get diagnosed with some rare disease.
Happened before.
It did, yes. Akira Toriyama died very
Like, it was
shortly
literally
before
2 days
we posted
before we
a video
posted.
about Dragon
Dragon
Quest.
Quest.
That was
Oh my
really
God.
unfortunate timing.
Yeah.
It was
and unfortunate
really,
loss.
really bad timing and a
Yeah.
terrible thing that occurred.
So
Oh
much
my
like
God.
us, I will pick Little Fool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it just because it's
because we are little fools. That's it.
okay?
I didn't know
That's
what else
very
to
fair.
pick, so you've picked for me by reminding us how little fools we are.
Lovely.
A big foolish pond.
Nico. Mm-hmm. Is this Salt and Sanctuary again?
It's not.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it is. I think it's Little Fool. I remember a guy named Gilbert.
I was gonna say this is one of the only questions that I feel like I could trip Mitch up on, but I didn't. It is Little Fool, and Little Fool is from Hollow Knight again.
Oh, nice.
The picture for young girl and older sister is telling you the story of it. Afflicted beggar is a little bastard man who pretends to be ill and need your help, and pulls you in. And if you don't attack him like you are supposed to, he would eat you. But the player always attacks him, and he always turns into that horrifying thing right there, which is not a boss, but horribly, horribly strong for how strong you are when you meet him. Gilbert is actually also one of the first NPCs that you run into. And through the course of the game, you get to hear him succumb to the illness and become a beast man.
So
And then-
what
It's cute.
exact disease causes you to look like that?
The tainted blood.
The tainted blood.
Oh,
Clearly, the tainted
I
blood.
didn't realize.
Also worth
that.
noting, when you run into the
gonorrhea.
afflicted beggar the first time, he's eating a dead body. So
He is, yeah. No, there's a reason that the player always attacks him, because you will always make that choice.
At least he wasn't eating
But yeah.
a live body.
And young girl and older sister is a very tragic story. You meet young girl, and she asks you to go and find her, I believe her mother, father, and older sister, where you come to realize that her father is one of the bosses in the game, has already killed her mother, and the older sister died trying to find them.
Spoilers.
so it is-
small,
Yeah.
small
Spoilers,
correction.
What the fuck?
Yeah, go for it.
The young girl, at least it's widely believed, the young girl is the one that gives you the quest. You go out, you return the mother's brooch. You loot her corpse, you return the mother's brooch, and then you have the option to tell her about the safe place that you've discovered, the cathedral ward. If you tell her about it, she tries to go there and then gets eaten by a pig.
I'm sorry.
And then the older sister comes back if you go back there, and she's like really upset because she told her little sister to stay in. And she's like, who could possibly have told her to leave? That's so dangerous. And you can say whatever you want. But no matter what you say, she tosses herself off of the ladder and dies. So yes.
That's
Okay.
a lot.
And that's just a random thing that you can find.
It's like one
Yeah.
of the first interactions you have in the game, actually.
It's completely unnecessary. You do not have to do this, and you have to go out of your way to complete that quest line.
But it does also help you. It gives you an item that helps you a little bit with that boss.
Yeah.
Speaking of bosses,
Whoa!
we're into the last category, the last 3 questions of the quiz here. As it stands, Mitch has taken the lead with, I believe, what is that? 9 points here. Tyler and Kyle tied up at 6 each. Again, sticking with the same theme, these 4 options, 3 of them are some of the first bosses that you can encounter in the game. These options for you are Cleric Beast, Vicar Amelia, Father Gascoigne, and Failed Champion.
How can you be a champion if you failed? It's failed champion.
Great question.
Or maybe they failed him.
It's an oxymoron. You can't be a failed champion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm between two. And to pick Father Gascoigne.
Okay.
Why not?
Is that why?
I want to
Just-
change. I want to change. I want to be failed champion. I'm pick
You want to be failed
champion.
champion?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's from a different Dark Souls game.
Okay. Why the sudden change of heart?
I feel like failed champion was like an early boss in one of the other Dark Souls games.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. I could just
That's,
be a little gaslighting girl boss against myself.
That's gaslighting Gascoigne.
And you're so good at it, Bestie.
Yeah.
So does that... What's the answer then, Mitch?
Did Tyler answer?
Yeah. It's failed
He
champion.
immediately said failed champion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's failed champion is not in a.
I
from
fucking
something.
told you.
Everybody got points this time.
Wow.
Great job. Failed champion, however, is not from a Dark Souls game. It's also from Hollow Knight. I really
my
went
God.
in on Hollow Knight again this time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a goofy little dude. He
that teeth or
Definitely.
lips?
A big pillowy lips.
his fight is he's in a big suit of armor and you got to just beat him up till his head pops out and then you smack him.
That's fun.
But so that story with young girl and older sister, Father Gascoigne is their father. He was a hunter and went mad from the tainted blood and turned into a beast man mid-fight.
Why do all these people have bloody taints that turn them into monsters?
The cleric beast is the first boss that most people run into because it is an optional boss that's not far from like the midpoint of getting to Father Gascoigne. And Vicar Amelia is the second required boss of the game. That's all I've got for them. I don't.
Can I share a sad story about my first time playing the game?
Oh God, please.
I was having a hard time with Vicar Amelia because she's kind of like the second skill wall after Father Gascoigne. And I decided, I was like, you know what, I'll summon some help, just to see, like, you know, until I get a better feel of this boss, because I was not getting very far at all. And I am maligned to say the very first person I summoned was way over leveled for the area and killed her in 8 hits. And I felt I felt robbed. That was awful.
Did you feel like a failed champion?
I was a failed champion.
You and your
I am not
goofy
your
fat
champion.
Lips.
Dear commenters, I am not your champion. I
pretty
summoned
sick,
for
huh?
Vicar Amelia.
I summoned for Vicar Amelia. I'm gonna buy a pin with that. I'm gonna give that to you. Yeah. So the second question is the theme is there are no formal names here, just titles. No first name basis for you on these. Your options for this are The One Reborn, The Mad Alchemist, Living Failures, and Watchdog of the Old Lords.
Living Failures is just us.
Uh-huh.
I think.
I don't know.
Me,
Those
at
subscribers
least,
have been coming in
but-
pretty well. I mean,
Wow, brag about it. Why don't you? I'm gonna go with Living Failures.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna-
Where are we starting here?
Okay, so the One Reborn and the Watchdog of the Old Lords both sound familiar to me for some reason. I don't know why. Could be because of this. Could be because you pulled from something else I know.
That's fair.
Funny enough, I've played the beginning of both Bloodborne and Hollow Knight, and those are the things you keep pulling from, and I'm getting them mixed up, which is hilarious. But I've never beat either of them. I'm gonna pick the Mad Alchemist, I guess. I guess. To be different.
Living
This is
Failure
another
number
Salt and
4.
Sanctuary reference. Yeah, this the Mad Alchemist is from Salt and Sanctuary.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that is correct. The Mad Alchemist is from Salt and Sanctuary. I had a really hard time getting the name to color correct the way I wanted it to, so it looks really bad.
What the fuck is Salt and Sanctuary, and why do you keep referencing
It's another
it's
2D
Bloodborne.
kind of Souls-like game.
And it's very Bloodborne coded, like specifically as far as like Souls.
The mechanics are pretty unique to Salt and Sanctuary itself.
It's very neat.
It's actually,
it's
I would
very
say
good.
it's more like Hollow Knight than it is some of the Souls games.
I feel like the general like theming of like Hollow Knight and like because like Dark Souls are a little bit like brighter colors and that kind of thing, whereas like Bloodborne's very dark, dreary, like shit's just terrible all the time, and you even get that in Hollow Knight a little bit too with some of like the theming and like the kind of background shit you find. So but yeah, Salt and Sanctuary is like, oh god, this shit sucks.
Yeah, no, it's all bad.
It's bad all the time.
Damn.
It's all bad.
There are no good places. It's all bad.
Yeah, no, it's all bad places.
Now, since there are no good places, we do have to consider places that are off-world, and that is the theme of the fourth question. Bosses that are not of this world. Your options here are going to be Moon Presence, Galaxy-Eating Spider, Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos, and Celestial Emissary.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
Okay.
So real quick, because this is the last question, right?
Yeah.
We can't win, right?
Kyle, you can tie it up. And I do have a bonus question if we want to go to that here. It's a very silly one, though, just for fair warning.
I like bonuses. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Galaxy Eating Spider.
That's what I was
Has
going to pick.
It's a different aura than the others.
Yeah, I think Galaxy Eating Spider is from Katamari Damacy. I'm going to go with that.
I think Galaxy Eating Spider is just another name for Patches the Spider because it eats my galaxy every time it fucks me over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is we're all getting points this round.
Oh,
We
fuck
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's Galaxy Eyes Eating Spider.
I made up Galaxy Eating Spider entirely. It is not real. I drew it for this quiz.
It's a
just
very
for fun.
hyper-detailed galaxy that you drew. That's quite impressive.
I like that. I like that you
do
can
that by
see a galaxy like digesting in him.
Yeah. So the one that is in front of his head is just straight up a PNG.
I know. It was
The rest of it,
joking.
I did draw. Thank you.
You should,
Celestial Emissary is really boring as a boss. It is a scaled up version of some basic enemies in the area surrounding it. And it is immediately preceding Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos, who has a lot of lore that I don't remember and have no intention of trying to go through here.
I just, can I just say one thing? Mm-hmm. I'd really like to see Celestial Emissary like walking away. I think that'd be a cool thing to get a look at.
When your girl says that she likes dad bods and Celestial Emissary walks in the door, what you do?
Crying
It's like it's
and,
got curves in
going
all
to
the
cum
wrong
chalice
places.
again.
And I kind of like it.
The guy your girl tells you not to worry about. Celestial Emissary.
Damn, imagine what those the crevices those fingers could get up into.
So the moon presence,
Crevices.
the moon presence is the secret final boss of the game. It's pretty well known at this point. I feel like
I
If you do
actually knew
most
about
of the
that
things in
one.
the game. Yeah,
And I don't know anything about Bloodborne.
No, it's because Nico has talked about the moon presence in like our company when we've been hanging out
Yeah.
before. I know very much he talks about it a lot.
I love
Because
the
in
moon
our old
presence. I
D&D
couldn't
campaign, we
resist.
killed the moon. And I think
It
it was a
was.
reference to that. Yeah.
It was.
I made it very, very apparent.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the living failures are a failed experiment to recreate artificially the celestial emissaries.
That makes sense. They look
sense.
very
That would make a
similar.
lot of sense, actually. They're found in wildly different areas, but
Oh yeah, but
So-
also both surrounded by sunflowers.
yes.
Well, that's just fun.
So,
Much like the cum chalice.
we are going to the final, at the end of this quiz before the bonus question, we are looking at Mitch and Kyle tied up at 12 points each. The final question, the bonus is a little bit different. It is not going to be like 4 different things. All I have to ask you is there is one NPC in this game.
There's only one NPC in the game.
Forget the 12 that you saw just 20 minutes ago. Just forget it.
They're all the same guy.
Yes, and they are all Gehrman.
Oh.
This is Gehrman. He is with you through pretty much the entire game. And spoilers, turns out to be the last boss of the game if you do not make it to the moon presence. So, my question for you is, how do you spell his name?
What was
These
his
are your
name
4
again?
options.
Oh, you have options. Okay.
There are 4 options. His name is Gehrman.
Mitch, you go first.
Yeah?
I would request that.
Is that right?
I would request that he doesn't.
This sucks.
Yeah, this is dumb as fuck, actually.
Yeah, it's the bonus.
Unfortunate.
I'm just looking at Mega Man backshots.
What? Pronounce his name
What
again?
a while.
Pronounce his name?
Gehrman.
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 Mm-hmm.
Gehrman. Well, then I think it would be option 2. Because the first one is German.
Okay.
The second one could be Gehrman. The next one is just German spelled wrong.
Okay.
And then the last one is Gehrman, which I think is what you also said.
That is exactly what I just said, actually.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry, Tyler. I'll pick the last one.
I was going to change to the last one, but out of respect, I will stick with my original
I was gonna say,
answer.
if you
of
want,
the
I'll
second
switch
one.
to the second one.
No, I'll stick with the second answer. I will be
because I was
will do
between the
right thing.
two, so I just
Yeah.
went with the one you didn't pick.
Cool.
But I this is stupid.
This
No,
is quite
it's dumb. I'm not. Yeah.
Is this a trick question? Is
unabashedly.
none of these correct?
I should have done that.
That'd be hilarious.
Tyler's commitment to his word won me the quiz, because it's the second option.
Oh.
Oh.
You fool. No, it's not.
I don't even care I got that wrong.
It is the last option. Kyle is correct. He wins with
This is such a
And this bonus question, by the way, I don't know that I mentioned it. I did want this to be worth 3 points. So Tyler finishes this quiz with 10. Mitch,
12.
Kyle wins this quiz with
17.
Fuck yeah. I got last,
Kyle-
Kyle got first. Everything's right in the world.
Kyle is the bloodiest boy.
so bloody.
So bloody.
Theoretically born.
Tell us in the comments how much their blood
Living failure!